topic, but we are still working in the same team. So this is what I'm trying to implement starting from this week.
All right. Thank you very much, Bayu, for that insight. And I think, yes, for everybody who's working on deep work, sometimes we need that concentration, and context switching can be very interruptive. So thank you for the discovery and also the solution to that issue, Bayu. All right, let's continue. Let's go to the next one. So this is about somebody on my team, Furkan, who is looking to innovate the awareness funnel for the employee journey. Mr. Furkan, please step up and tell us about one of your new innovations on how you're managing the distributions.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I I figured this innovation by analytics that most people look our websites in the first days of the week. It's either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and that was to put something to nearby. So basically, I thought like, let's try how if we could make like batching our distribution post at one day, the first day of the week. So yeah, that's basically it. And it turns out it might it's not true because we could analyze the data better and we could have more time for candidates to apply as well. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Furkan. Just to summarize, because Furkan, your mic was a little bit choppy. So what Furkan has been doing now is that he's batching together all his distribution for a single day. So that allows us to time all of our awareness specifically to a specific time, and allows us to have the rest of the week to analyze and also look at the results. This is very much applies to the Einstein 55-minute principle. That if you have an hour to solve a problem, spend 55 minutes understanding the problem, and then 5 minutes actually solving the problem. Thank you, Furkan. All right, the next one I'd like to go to is Leaf. Alif came up with a really good research plan, and since we have a lot of new people in the room now, I thought it might be a good chance to repeat some of this. I don't actually see Alif in the room, but I want to actually break it down for everyone. When we write updates on our Trello cards and on our Dropbox papers, when we report to our team what's going on, please keep in mind two types of analysis, right? Do one analysis for the performance of your routines. Just tell us what's happening and what the numbers are. And a second analysis about the ongoing research. So what do you plan to do better? The key points to remember in the performance analysis are the action points, the performance, and then conclusion, the next week plan. That will give us and the rest of your team good context about what's going on. And if we can scroll down a little bit, the next part of the analysis is what you plan to experiment. What is your hypothesis? How will you actually improve it? The framework for this, I think, is very, very good, and it's a strong foundation for innovation framework and innovation communication. This is being led through by Vera right now for trial candidates, and this is going to be the new way that all Vistans and Visterns speak at Bukit Vista to improve our innovation. Okay, let's continue going down. See if there's any other identifications that we can see, and I think that's it. All right, one thing that I'd like to bring everybody to is a new experiment that I'd like to do. So as we've all been through many all hands, I know that sometimes it can feel like I'm just waiting for my chance to get my update, and in the meantime, I'll text somebody else, I'll do something else while I listen to the all hands. So instead of that, I want to bring more engagement to the all hands by trying something out, right? So this is a call and response type thing. So basically, we're going to use the call and response by using the live comment feature here in Google Meet. Okay, so you guys can all see it's one of the boxes up at the top of your video conferencing room. So basically, people will be throwing out questions, and please just respond to that. As people give their updates, please respond to that so that we can all engage. I'm sure if you are giving an update and people engage with that, it will make you feel more inspired, more delighted, and the same for others. Okay, so once again, this is a good time to think about how we want to help others help themselves first. Okay, thank you very much. All right, Rafik will be the first one. Good morning from Jogja, Rafik. Okay, let's continue. Back to the host and the moderator.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Jim, Jenna, Kabayu, and Furkan for the very interesting examples for our vision and mission statement. Now let's move on to the weekly mission inspiration from different chapters. starting from the HAR chapter from Kasasha. Please kindly read your updates and summarize your updates too. So I'd like to give the floor to Kasasha to give her first update.
Yep. Thank you, Audrey. So for this guest is staying at Songchang before, but she expected there's a Wi-Fi there, even though we already put there's no Wi-Fi in our Airbnb listing. But she ended up wants to move somewhere else, so we moved her to Murta Beach, and we assisted her during the whole process, and she's very grateful and happy about it. And yeah, she also happy about the great service that we provide to her. That's pretty much it. Back to you, Audrey.
Thank you, Sasha. Next, let's have Andre with his update.
Yeah, actually in HR we're trying to split hosting and reservation team, which it might going to move the BIC from the host team once they book and going to check in. And we tried with this guest actually, with guest of Puri Kelapa. If I'm not mistaken, this guest also felt happy and said some good word toward our service when our host team, especially that time is Tipta, chat this guest and start to host them and prepare for the stay in Puri Kelapa. So that will be the first from me, and the second one is I found from a guest admin who stayed at Pondorini. This is also helped by Dipta as well. So this guest basically cut their stay or shorten at Pondorini, but they say in the last sentences, they say that honestly, I have never encountered a more pleasant Airbnb host before. So it kind of positive words also for us, and I believe we're able to inspire to like this guest. That will be from me. Thank you also.
Thank you very much, Andre. Now let's have Katendi with his update.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. Okay, the first is this is from the Uluwatu Village House owner. So the guest and expert is asking for the late checkout actually, and then instead of asking for the extra money for the late check, so the owner is let the guest stay in the room until the rain stops. So I think this is very inspired from the owner. And then the second one, this is the video shoot with the Drua Villa owner. I shoot with to get more deeply about the information about how he recruit the train, and then which school he have been collaborate, and then how many train currently work on there. And then also I shoot with the trainee as well, and then asking like what they feel when they train there and what they get there, and then what is their next step after they got this training like that. Okay. Just that. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Katendi. Now let's move on to Iron with her update. Also, kindly summarize your updates.
Thank you, Audrey. So we have our pistons and pistons have positive transform from the others, and the first one is as a part of HR revamps, we are developing new methods to deliver our discussion, and that kudos to Jenna and Vera for helping out with the transitions. And the next one, we have also improved the focus group discussions flow, and that's thanks to RV to make the better iterations than the first ones. Next, someone also had her or his first on-site inspections with Rosemariani to Amarta Apartments and got to meet Beefy Pips in Jogja Base last Saturday night. It was super B. And the next ones, also, Mbak Ratna, the owner of Amarta Apartment, directly used Bifigo and she's looking for her properties update there. Last but not least, someone's also had his or her most ideal pitch deck meeting with 100 score of partner persona evaluation, and that's thanks to Kyla for helping on the measurements. And also, he or she start to manage the online converting documentations and arrange the first approach delegations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adam. Now we can move on to inspiring the hospitality industry through technological innovation. I'd like to give this floor to Kakris. Is Kakris here? If he's not here, I think I could read it here. So the iOS version of DVGo, which is still under development, can now use the login with Google button to be logged into the app. So this one is the new updates from Kakris, and that is all from him. So now I think with everything done with the updates, we can move on to the employee promotion, and I don't think there is any. So we can move on to the principal HR responses to your EES. I believe this is for Mr. Jim.
No, there's no updates on that one. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So we could skip this, and I believe there is no any HR updates from the EES. Are there any HR updates from EES?
That one was over
It's
Sheila.
already delivered. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay then, I think we could move on to the team target and achievement. This will be explained more about with Kafidi. So I would like to give the floor to Kafidi, and also can you summarize your points and team target and achievement for this? Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Aldrey. Okay. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys feeling? Yeah, it's Tuesday again, and back at me again. For June 2021, we remember that our monthly theme is Go Deeper. So, I've had one discussion with Mr. Jing that inspired me regarding this particular theme. When looking into each of our user funnel, think about what's our user profile in each of the funnel. Think of how we can serve them better by enhancing the processes that we have, and this can be personalized to their needs, basically based on their user persona. So there are a lot of activities that we are doing right now to improve this in the current moment, and thank you very much for that. So I will continue my updates regarding the state of the user funnels. For the partnership user funnel, it's still a 22 signed contract up until this point, until June. There have been some partners that verbally said yes already, and there are issues that have been resolved by the partnership team as well in the past weeks, but hopefully it will continue to grow in the following weeks. While for the guest funnel, there's a huge update actually as well in the guest funnel per the weekly update. The graph shape, as you guys see here, have changed. That we're already mostly on track until the end of June. We just have to add more occupancy on the end part of June, at the very end part of June. If we go down a little bit, we see that our current revenue is at 45,966.9, which is 91.93%, and we're still at the middle of the month. So, okay, that's a good thing as well. We look at the weekly sales, and the weekly sales is pretty good at this point. Let's try to always improve beyond the. Remembering last month's monthly theme. 2 months ago, beyond the horizon. I think I can't remember, but I think it's beyond the horizon. But after we have achieved the goal, don't be swayed. But because we have a long way to go to reach that end point, which is very far. But I believe that through all our collaborations and the help from each individual person that is in this room, we can achieve this target. So thank you very much, everyone, and keep up the good work. And let's continue to work hard for this week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kafidi, for the update. Now we can move on to the personal updates. Today, I think we're going to do the personal updates differently. So I would like everyone to read only one of the columns, which is the question of, if you are an animal, what kind of animal would you be? And please don't take more than 1 minute to read your update. Also, if you feel like you want to do a call and response, like what Mr. Jing has said in the beginning, feel free to do it in the comment or in the chat, in the Google Docs, the Google Meet, or you could also comment in the paper. So let's start with Rafik.
Okay, good morning. Thank you. So I will read about the animal, right? So of course, dog. Everyone love dogs. So most of the guests is bring dog right now, and will be partner in crime. So allow me to read on the last one, the biggest actionable discovery. This is from last week. My friend is coming to me and want to borrow money to buy a meal for his son, and he said, uh, "You help me on the struggling is not help for me, but it's love." That is really sad for me, but that is exactly inspiring me to how BP help the partner. That is not help on the struggling to occupancy everything, but is why we do that because we love that partner. That is what is called inspire me to read this the discovery, actionable discovery. That's from me. Back to the Aldray.
Thank you, Hafid. Now we can move on to Katendi.
Okay, thank you, Aldrey. Yeah, the first is for my personal achievement is video shoot with Drua Villa owner, and then the train, how and about how he got the train and how managed the train. And then the second one is if I do the animal, I would like to do the turtle. It's like an Indian cow. So in Hindu, the cow is sacred symbol of life and earth. And then for centuries, Hindu is have use cow dung to clean their homes and then for prayer ritual. Yeah, and then believe it's therapeutic and then antiseptic properties. Yeah, cow have a lot of what's called impact to the people like that. So from the milk and then meat and giving the life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Katendi. Let's go to Kaasa now. Also, I'd like to remind everyone to only read the second column, which is the question.
Okay, thank you, Audrey, for the reminders. So for the question, I'd be an axolotl, and it is known as the Mexican walking fish. It's a neontenic salamander related to the tiger salamander. I like to be an axolotl because it has an astonishing ability to regenerate body organs and lost limbs. Over 1,000 times more resistant to cancer than mammals, even it is more resistant than us. And thus, the conclusion is that it is super cute and cool at the same time. Back to you, Audrey.
Thank you very much, Kaasa, for your update. Now let's have Kak Ross.
Okay, so I do personal achievement and Jogja employee. Jogja team. Okay, I found Saturday night exit, and thanks for Nadine and Mo to make the PR, and we have already had bonding Saturday, and it's really have fun, and yeah, it's good. And for team achievement is Asa and I found the right time and right decision for Jogja community. So the afternoon is their leisure time, so it is the right time to ask them to fill out the partner satisfaction survey. And right mistake is using visualization of our requests to them, and of course with informal language. After we did it, the partners finally fill the survey in a day, and one partner fill it on the next day. And yeah, but the animal, I want to be one of the highest predators in the sea because I want to explore the sea, the marine world, and learn how sea creatures live. And yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Ross. Now let's have Felicia read the second column of her personal update.
Okay, hello everyone. So if I were an animal, I'd be a mantis shrimp because it is colorful and it is cute, and it's also small but powerful. And yeah, it has a punch. A mantis shrimp's punch has the same acceleration as a 22 caliber bow, which is, I think, really cool. And at the same time, I feel like all of the CM girls wants to be some sort of marine animal. So yeah, that's all from me. Back to you, Kak Aldri.
Thank you very much, Felicia, for your update. Now let's have Kak Andre read his update in the second column.
Yes, thank you, Audrey. It's me again. If I were an animal, I want to be a dolphin because they're basically smart. They're living in a groups and communicative, and also living really in ocean. You know, like ocean is some. I always pretty curious about the ocean because it's so wide. There are a lot of things that we don't know about the ocean, so I want to be a dolphin in that. And I want to thank Moyana and Nadine because they were taking me to Lovina, I think the last November, yeah, and experiencing a trip to see a dolphin in the sea. It's my first time watching a dolphin in the sea.
Okay, thank you, Ka Andre. Indeed, dolphins are very magnificent creatures. Now let's have Kamaria read her second column of her update.
Yes, thank you already. So, good morning, everyone. Well, if I want to be an animal, I would like to be a dog that stay and accompany people. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamaria. Now let's have Kasasha read her second update.
Yeah, thank you, Audrey. So I love dogs, so I think dog it is. Probably a Labrador Retriever or a Golden Retriever. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasasha. Now let's have Ka Erika read her updates.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, if I were an animal, I would be a butterfly because it has gone through some transformation in order to be the best version of it, and it is very beautiful but it's hard to catch. And butterflies live a timely short life, but their life is meaningful. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ka. Now, I believe Kagre is on the day off, so I will read it. I will be a dog for sure, probably because I'm a dog lover. Well, like the one picture below with Abby Cutes. Thank you very much, Kagre. Very cute dog. Now we can have Kadipta, but I think Kadipta is not here too. I think he would be a cat, simple life, less worry, loved by many. All right. Now we can move to Anand. Is Anand here? Okay. I will just read it for Anand. If I can choose, I want to be bird. I can fly up in the sky, have many friends, family, cute, has pretty voice, and loyal to the loved ones. Yeah, okay, thank you. Now we can move to Mr. Jing's personal update.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, actually, I wanted to include some pictures, but it doesn't look like it uploaded yet onto the hand. All right, I would be an orca, and that's it. I'm done with my update. Okay, back to Eldred.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jing. Orca reminds me of the movie Free Willy. Now let's have Kashelin read her update.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. So yeah, good morning, everyone. So if I were to be an animal, I would be an owl. So it's like mysterious but can be cute at times. Like it can silently fly and no one would actually notice unless you see it with your own eyes. And one plus thing, I can live in Harry Potter world. So yay! So yeah, that's for my update. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Audrey.
Thank you very much, Kashelin. Indeed, the owl is a very important character in Harry Potter. Now let's have Kak read your personal update.
Okay, hello. So I want to be a white horse. This horse in the picture is actually a celebrity horse from Korea. And yeah, it looks majestic, it looks fine, it looks beautiful, but strong. So yeah, I want to be a white horse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, KRV. Now, let's have Ilham, but I think it's his day off. So if he was an animal, he would be a cat because cute AF. Next, we have Kavera to read her updates.
For the second question, if I were an animal, I want to be a panda because the feeling of only eating and just rolling on the grass just felt nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kavera. Now let's have Jenna to read her updates.
Okay, thank you. So if I would be an animal, I would be a pig because I would be super lucky to hatch into a pig rather than become an egg. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jenna. It would be better to become a chick than to be someone's breakfast. Now let's move on to Erin to read her personal update.
Yes, thank you. And I would like to be a bird because I simply want to fly and enjoy the views, like the picture that I sent to these all hands. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adam. Now let's have Furkan read his personal update.
Okay, thank you. So if I were to be an animal, I would like to be tiger because it's cute and scaring at once, and also it's rare. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Furkan. It's really interesting to be cute and scary at the same time. Now let's have Shumin read her personal update.
Hello. So yeah, I choose elephants because I think like they are gentle giants. And, like they're very intelligent also, and definitely because they're cute. To me.
Okay, thank you very much for your personal update, Shumin. Now let's move to Tapuji.
Okay, so I will be like a shrew because it seems like red. That is, it everything like me, and I'm a chitty girl. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we can move on to Lalita.
Okay, so it's not like a real creature. So my most favorite is unicorn, even though it's a mythical creature, but it's really cute. And like a fun fact, dreaming of it means good luck.
Thank you very much, Lalita. I hope we can dream about unicorn every day. Now let's move on to Latifa. I think we could. It's not Latifa. I don't think she's here, so I think we could skip to Kabayu then. Kabayu, would you like to read
Yeah.
personal?
Okay, thank you, Aldri. As an animal, I think I would like to become a cat. I can just employ human as my servant and then just enjoy life.
Thank you very much, Kabayu. Next, we could have Nadia, but I think she's not here. So let's have Kakris with this update. I don't think Kakris is here, so I'm going to read it for him. So he would be a dog because they are lovely. So next, we can have Zio to read his personal update. I don't think Zio is here too, so I think I could read it for him. So he would like to be a sloth. Next, we could have Nico to read the personal update. Nico, are you here? I don't think Nico is here too, so I'm going to read it for him. So I think he would be a dog because dogs are man's best friend. Next, we could have Rafael to read his update. Is Rafael here?
Yep. I don't know why it's not showing there, but I would want to be a shark.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning, Andre. So, if I were an animal, I would choose to be bird or dragon, basically. So, sometimes I really want to run emotionally, but I can do it physically. So probably if I were a bird, I can do it like without many consideration to do that. Yeah, back to you, Audrey. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your update. Now, next we can have Karizal.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. So for my achievement is extract insight by go deeper with lead friction on partnership. We want to make sure our service is easily received and the mission package is also competitive. And for the animals is I want to be a dog, but halal dog, not haram dog.
Okay, very interesting, Karizal. Hello, dog. Now let's move on to Kagani.
Okay, good morning, Aldrin. Good morning, everyone. So for the animal, I want the rooster because always wake up in the morning with discipline.
Okay, thank you very much, Kagani. Next, we can have Ka Aiko with her updates. Is Ka Aiko here? Okay, sorry, she has a discussion. So she would like to be a cat and the owner, please be like me. So next is also that would be me, and I would be a cat because they're introverted, tolerates company sometimes, and kind of socially awkward. Next, we can have Christabel.
Yes, so what I would be is a panda because it's the cutest creature and it sleeps alone. I mean, it's clearly my spirit animal. And who wouldn't love panda? Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christabel. Next, we could go to Andreas, but I think he's having fun. I think we could skip to Zaki.
Oh yeah. Good morning, everyone. I think if I were to be an animal, I want to be a bird or eagles actually, because they can fly. They have freedom, this freedom feeling and ability to see and explore the world. Okay, thanks. Back to you all, day.
Thank you very much, Zaki. Now let's move to Kyla. Kyla.
For my animal, what I want to be like, so I want to be a betta fish. It's chupang for those who didn't know, because it's not difficult to take care of, not fishy, can adapt easily, and all the colors are beautiful. Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you very much, Kyla. Fun fact, I did have a chupang once, ikan chupang once, but it died. Next, we can have Sharon with her personal update.
No. So for animal, if I want to be an animal, I want to be a deep sea fish so I can see what's really inside the ocean, because I remember that only 20% of the ocean has been discovered. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Very interesting choice of animal. Next, we can have Kalilis.
Thank you, Audrey. I think I'll be a Pomeranian dog because it is cute, adorable, friendly, and loyal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kalilis. Now let's have Kafidi.
Yep, I think I want to be a wolf because no reason. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much, Kafidi. Next, we could have Kadavid.
Yeah, hello everyone. Same with Judy. I wanted to be a wolf because it's brave and likes together.
Nice. Thank you very much, Kadavid. We have 2 roles in the BI chapter. Actually, we can have Kayla with the update. I think Kayla is not here, so we could skip to Alif. Alif is having an online class, so he would like to be like a butterfly, moving through different life cycles, start from crawl until I can fly. Really interesting choice of animal, Alif. Next, we can have Kevin with his update.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. So for the animal that I want to be is probably a starfish because it doesn't have a brain, and I think it's a peaceful life without a brain. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Very interesting choice of animal. Reminds me of Patrick Star. Next, we can have Farah to read her update.
Thank you, Audrey. Good morning, everyone. So, if I could be an animal, I'd choose to be a cat because cats can do whatever they want without getting hated on. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Farah. Let's have Arya.
I want to be lion because my zodiac is Leo.
Okay, thank you very much, Arya. Also, welcome to the jungle. Next, we can have Elvina. Elvina?
My favorite animals, if I were chosen as an animal, I would like to be a bird because I can fly around the world and then I don't need to worry about the things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elvina. Now let's have Manasa.
Thank you. So, if I would be an animal, I'd be a cat because they're very independent and, but at the same time, they love you a lot and they're not very clingy or needy. So they only come to you when they need love and affection and prefer alone time, in the remaining time. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Manasa. Let's have Patricia. Patricia has an unstable internet, so she would be a dog probably because curious, easily excited, can be trained easier with snacks, who sleep a lot when bored, likes to play, needs nice walks from time to time. Thank you very much, Patricia. Let's have Hakim with his personal update.
Yeah, thank you, Audrey. I probably want to be a lion because they spend most of their time resting and playing. But when they are working or hunting, they are very effective when doing it. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Hakim. Now let's have Michael.
Okay, thank you, Alden. So for the animals I want to be, I will just choose to be a cheetah because they can run really fast. And yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you very much, Michael. Now let's move to Anis.
Thank you, Audrey. For me, I definitely koala because I love to sleep a lot, and most of the time I always feel sleepy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move on to Dila, but I don't think she have.
Hi, I actually did, but I love yeah. So, but actually, I want to be a duck because I think duck is flexible as it can live in both land and water. And also, I think being a duck it means that when a flood comes, I can just float and chill. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dila. Now let's have, last but not the least, let's have Bella to read her personal update.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Caldry. I love cat because cat is an intelligent pet that I love and entertain us and me every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bella. And thank you all for your updates and interesting choices of animals. Indeed, Bukit Vista has a lot of interesting animals. Next, we can move on to the announcements. I don't. Oh, next there will be we would have the priority question. No priority question too, and I think we can move on to the core values recognition and mentor recognition. Let's start with Rafik as the first nominator.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. So I will nominate Ross and Asa to be the hero and rebel. First, Sinmi and Jenny was in Bali and only monitor via online, but Jogja partner and also Andre is focusing on Asia team. So, but they doing the on-site visit with Jogja partner has make our engagement is good now. Thank you, but be the hero and keep inspired like to our partner in Jogja. Keep kudos. Thank you, Ross and Asa. Back to Andre.
Thank you very much, Rafik. Now we could have Kakela to read her recognition.
So I'd like to nominate Moana because last Friday she contacted me when she realized I was having a problem late at midnight. I mean, she doesn't have to do that, but she was willing to spend her time, and I'm very grateful for that. So she will live up to the big hero and helps other friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we can have Kashalin with her recognition.
Okay, so yeah, I'd like to recognize both Jenna and Vera actually to never settle and be the hero. So both of them are actually working on how to improve our HR meeting flow to make like the discussions more targeted and more clear. So yeah, Jenna worked on the template and Vera for the define the workflow for the discussion. So yeah, I'd like to recognize these two of the HR team members. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kashlyn. Now we could, last but not least, we could have Mr. Jing give recognitions and the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Aldre. So this is just a heads up for everybody who's new in the company, and I'd like to actually recognize Jenna. I'm recognizing Jenna because she's taking full advantage of our transparent open meeting structure to visit a lot of chapter sync-ups. So she probably actually last week has a better picture of what's going on in the entire company than anybody. I think that's actually a clever investment of her time, especially on a very early stage in her internship, because she's brought a new format of meeting discussion from the other chapters, actually from the HER team, and she's brought that format to HR, which is really cool. So this new format is actually a little bit more effective for larger meetings, and it inspires delight because it's detailed and focused, and it also inspires delight because we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So for everybody out there, I think Jenna could be a good role model for just taking advantage of the system at Bukit Vista to possibly transform yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jing. And I believe that this is not the updated version of the all hands, so I'm going to.
Aldre, could I do something real quick?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, everybody. I secretly updated the all hands in the middle of the all hands, which is something I try not to do, but it was worth it. What I like to do with Aldre is I like to switch over to my screen and show a few updates that I have. So if everybody will bear with me, I'm going to switch over to my screen, and I'd like to share an update. So I have another core value recognition. I'd like to recognize Wyana, Ross, Nadine, and Asa actually for being the hero and organizing a Jogja backyard barbecue last weekend. It was really amazing. It was amazing for many reasons, one of which was it was really good to have everybody back in the same space again and conquer our fear of the pandemic. So this is what we did during the barbecue. Gani was the grill master, so he tended the fire, he built a bed of charcoals, and he rustled up some great chicken teriyaki and some beef sausages, and Gani made sure that the grill was warm and supplied us and nourished our body. So props to Gani for doing that. This is the spread of food that the ladies had been working on while I was looking around town in Jogja for alcohol and beer. But anyway, so thank you very much for cooking for us. We had some great food. We made an innovation. We lit up our water infuser with the light, so that kind of gave us a campfire, so that was pretty fun too as well. And all right, we finally met some of our Jogja team here, the boys, right? Here's Nadine and Andre. I don't know why Andre's holding his head like that, but that's just the way he is. And Gani is in a meditative haze with the Rattler there. We got Oki too. It was good to see him for the first time. One of our canvassers here in Jogja. And here are the girls. We're all getting together. That's Eka in the center, Ross, Nadine, Lana, and Asa. I don't know why that Jeep is there. We didn't go anywhere. We just went really to the back of our Jogja base. It wasn't like we had to go very far, but at least the Jeep makes a good prop. And yeah, there's my daughter Eka enjoying some of the food. Somebody's got their hand making a little pitch to bingtang. And all together, it was a very inspirational evening. Vidi supplied some of the booze, which was awesome. Andre supplied the device to create the music. Thank you, Andre. I still have it. Oh, by the way, Andre, whenever I go out in Jogja, I just play rap music from this little thing, and people look at me really weird now. So you've given me a way to have an identity here in Jogja, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to get Jogja to appreciate Ice Cube, the 90s rapper from California. He's awesome, and Jogja will know that very soon, too. Okay, anyway, that's that. Wait, somebody put up a core value for me. Yeah, I win. Okay, all right, definitely happy I shared the screen now. So I think I'll take it away. Vera, you got something nice to say about me? Tell me what it is.
Okay, so I would like to recognize Jing and Vidi. Thank you because for inspiring me about this new approach to increase engagement in Discord. And I wouldn't have known about it if Jing didn't mention and elaborate it to me in a Trello card before. So I will soon try this approach in the future. So thank you to both of you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Vera, for that core value recognition. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll pass it back to the host and the moderator.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. G, and everybody who has recognized their fellow colleagues and mentors in Bukit Vista. And I think that is all for me as a moderator. I would like to pass it on to Jenna for her closing statements. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. Okay, so thanks all of you for telling us about all the very interesting animals, all the cute ones, all the scary but cute and majestic and everything. So I guess we can end our all hands a little bit earlier today. So hope everyone has a good day. Bye.
One last thing, Jenna. One last thing. So I want to say thank you for coming up with this new lighter framework so that everybody can give their updates, and also we can finish 5 minutes ahead of time, which is amazing. But there is a lot of other material that everybody has put into on their personal updates, on their achievements, on their personal growth, and on their actual discoveries. I'd like everybody to take some time throughout the week to actually re-engage with your colleagues here. I like the way that HR has been trying to set an example. The best kind of team are teams that actually care for each other and help others help themselves. The all hands, I think, is a moment where that core value gets to be used and gets to be invoked. But let's not just actually just have that moment at all hands, but think about during the week. If you're a chapter lead and you're looking at people who might be in some emotional condition that could require some support, well, the all hands is a way for them to express that, right? If you are a colleague and you want to show your support for somebody's positive transformation, well, that is a point also to show your support. If you're looking for a way to engage or develop curiosity or extend somebody's curiosity, these are all really good beginnings to develop that relationship. So scan through the all hands with eyes of somebody who wants to help others help themselves, and look for points where you can be an inspirational person. Okay. HR is trying to start this lead, but ultimately this company belongs to everybody who is here, new, old, it doesn't matter. Okay, so just think about that. And what I hope to see by the next All Hands is that we really engage the comment section of this All Hands and look for ways that we can help each other inspire delight. That's my final message for the week ahead, and I hope that everybody has an incredible, inspirational week up ahead of them. Okay, back over to actually that's it. I think that's the conclusion. Okay, all right. Thank you very much for the host and moderator for conducting the All Hands today. I think it was great. I give you applause for being the hero and actually deciding to stay focused, and that's great. Okay, all right. See you, everyone. Bye bye. Have a great week ahead.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye, everyone.
Have a nice day.